Girls, guess where I'm on the way to? Let me give you a hint. Woo! About to see the Michael movie. Yup, I'm about to see that Michael movie. Oh, Lord Jesus in his name. I know I'm gonna be a little emotional at some parts. As a Michael Jackson 5 lover, I am one of the millennials who grew up with Jackson 5, An American Dream on the television screen. I know damn near all the lines of that movie. That's how many times I've seen it. Like, it means something to me. Marlon, Michael, who left these towels by the pool? Go to bed, Joseph. Go to bed. Like, yeah, that's my movie. Mother! So anyway, I am really looking forward to seeing this film. I know it took me a minute to go and see it, but it's just like, I didn't want to be in there with a lot of people, and just scheduling wise, like, this was the perfect time for me to go. So I'll tell y'all how I feel when I get back, child. The clips that I've seen, people are like, it's so good. And I think I have a hard time personally, because when I think of Michael Jackson, I do think of, what was his name? Wiley, I forget what his last name was, but the guy who played Michael Jackson in The American Dream, he was Michael Jackson to me. Like, I remember watching that as a little kid and I was certain that that was Michael Jackson. So seeing a different face, you know, excuse me. Oh. My car about to be here, so let me go. But like, I'm gonna get that off me so now I can enjoy the film. But I'll see y'all when I get back. Bye. Girl, close your eyes. Ow! Oh my God. This might be the best movie I've seen in a long time. They did so good. Casting was perfect. Jafar deserves all the awards. I am still in a Michael Jackson coma since seeing this movie. It's all that I've been thinking about. I love Michael Jackson. I will always love Michael Jackson. Joe Jackson, we gon' get you. Cause if it wasn't for that godforsaken victory tour, bitch, I know he already gone, but boy, I'm telling you something. Oh, this is me letting y'all know I would have been in the front talking about something. Michael. Like, just beat it. Like, for real. Michael was looking kind of high.
Tell Coltrane I'm done.
Ooh, that's a bad wig.
He promised me 2 more scores, and that's it.
Why did they do that? Skin is looking scrump diddly-umptious, if I do say so myself. And I saw some old clips from like 2021, and my skin has done a complete turnaround. Like, a complete turnaround. I don't know if y'all can hear that outside. I think they're doing some lawn care or something, sorry. But yeah, my skin is looking good. I am gonna make a skincare video, so don't you worry. Okay, I just came from Trader Joe's. It's so humid outside, it's gross. There was a few things on my list that I wanted to try that have been talked about online. One being this lentil bruschetta dip. And so basically, they have these pre-made lentils at Trader Joe's. And then you buy this thing of bruschetta sauce and feta cheese. So you put the pre-made lentils, the bruschetta, and the feta, and you mix it all around, and it's a dip. I decided I was just gonna make the lentils fresh, but I wanna try this bruschetta sauce. Let's see. Oh, that's delicious. So it's basically cut up tomatoes, olive oil, basil, and garlic. Okay. So you can make this yourself too. Yeah, I got some chicken in the oven right now. So it's gonna be chicken. I'm gonna make this little sauce minus the lentils, and I'm gonna add this olive tapenade with some sour cream and an avocado. So I'm gonna make a little dip. Chicken, bruschetta, olive tapenade, sour cream, feta. I was thinking about making some plantain on the side. That might be good, right? Let me do that. I also pulled out my slaw, but I might be doing too much. I haven't eaten yet today. My pants are so low because it just feels better like that. Didn't pull that, let me pull them up. But I haven't eaten yet today. And my goal this week is to eat more. Like, I was saying this on last week's vlog, but basically like my appetite really be like fluctuating. And the only problem with that is that I have personal goals that I'm trying to reach, and it requires me to be eating all my meals, you know? And it's not just body goals, it's also like energy goals. Like I wanna feel my best. But yeah, I was sharing with the girls last week, like I am my own body goals. I was looking at a clip from a few years ago and my butt was sat up like 2 basketballs. I'm talking about, it was just like, boom, boom, like, whoa. And I said, oh yeah, honey, that's what I'm trying to get back to. You feel me? That requires more eating. Like during that time, I had a very heavy Caribbean diet. So I was eating a lot of rice and just like a lot of food prepared by other people. So it probably was just, I don't know. I know I was eating more, and I was eating more because I was smoking. This is the truth. I don't want to have to get back on that weed now. So I'ma just try to keep stuff in this house that I want to eat. Simple as that. Always keeping my eye open for new recipes and new things that I want to try. Because when it's something like exciting and different, that makes me more interested in preparing it rather than me making the same old, you know? So. Guess who just came back from the gym? Me, bitch. Me, bitch. Whew. Let's stretch. Girl, when I say I'm done saying I'm done playing, I'm not kidding. When I saw, hold on. Woo, yes, Lord. When I saw that old video of my bare butt, mind you, I don't normally have footage of me just bare booty coochie out, but I had to get up and get something. And even in the clip, I'm like, oh my God, I don't normally show all this, but I need to go grab something. And so I had popped up, you know, coochie pointing south. And when I spun around, my butt, I'm not kidding, it looked like 2 big ass parentheses, like just big and high and round. And I said, oh no, that. The difference between then and now, like I said, eating and also the type of work that I'm doing on my body. I do a lot of walking. Some would argue a little too much for my goals. Like me walking 10,000 steps a day is a lot of cardio, especially if I'm not balancing that cardio out with food. So I'm like losing too many calories on top of the fact that I'm not even eating enough calories in the day. So it's just like I'm losing weight. I'm not necessarily trying to gain, I'm trying to maintain, but I've lost what I gained. And so it's time to get that back. Oh shoot, I forgot I left these down. Hold on, I was out here chilling. Whoopsies. I'll bring them back out here, but I left my pillows out there. I was out there just enjoying the weather. I'm gonna go back out there and read in a second because we have our book club tonight and I have not started reading yet. So I'm gonna start reading in a second. Okay, so here's my gym regimen, or here's what it was today. I did 15 minutes on the treadmill. I put the incline on 15. That's the highest incline it can go. I had the speed at 1.5 and I walked for 15 minutes on there. Then I did the Stairmaster for 10 minutes. I did 240 steps on the treadmill. In my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, I wanna do the amount of stairs that I would do when I was living in New York. Like thinking about going up and down my New York apartment. You know what I mean? I lived on the 5th floor, but there were 10 flights of stairs. So I was just doing the math on that and I got to 240, right? 10, right? Wait, where does the 12 come from? How about this, bitch? Forget about it. And I'm not kidding. Cause I said there's about 12 steps each. So 10 times 12 is 120. And then I did 120 times 2. Yeah. So that's what got me to the 240. And yeah, so I'm gonna work my way up to doing a solid 15 on the Stairmaster. I could have stayed for 15, but I knew I wanted to do other stuff. And so again, I'm not trying to do too much cardio. I'm really focusing on just building muscles. So I got off the Stairmaster and then I did some cable kickbacks with a 40-pound weight. And then I took it up to 45 on my last 2 sets. I did 3 sets of that, 3 sets of 12 with the cable kickbacks. And then I did some pull down and some pulls like this. I don't know what that machine is called, but yeah, that was my routine today and I'll do the same thing tomorrow. I think if I get in that gym 3 times out the week, that's a good way to start. I don't love going to the gym because I don't like being spoken to in the gym. I don't like my lease and auspice people seeing me in the gym and they giving people tours of the building, and it could possibly be somebody that recognizes me on the internet. And I know how that sounds. I know how somebody might receive that, but the reality is that there's thousands of people that are watching my things online, and I don't know who the fuck is one of them thousands. I don't know. So, you know, if somebody, oh, when I was at Trader Joe's, I caught a girl taking a picture of me. Yeah, girl, I saw you. And that's really, really weird. Like, don't do that. Just speak. Say hello. Like, I don't get what the big daggone deal is. I'm not Beyonce. So I don't know, one, why you would need a photo of me in the chips aisle. 2, we could have actually just chopped it up instead of doing that. That's weird. So now you walk away feeling like, damn, she's so stank. Cause I was like, you know what I mean? Like, and I was on the phone with my brother and I just was telling him like, that shit is so fucking weird when people do that. That's not the first time somebody, you know, was trying to take a picture of me. It's strange. It's really, really strange. It's really, really strange. Point is, I typically do all my working out in the crib to avoid people, honestly, and to avoid being murdered. Like, let's call it what it is, because the way my mind works, at nighttime, people going in the gym, they're more likely to come up behind me and hit me on top of the head with a weight. That's me. And I don't like exposing where I live, so I don't like being seen in the gym by anybody, not even people in my building. Like, don't, I don't exist in here, okay? That's me. Everybody does things different ways. And listen, it's not over dramatic or like thinking negatively, and I was talking about this in the last vlog, to assume that you might be in the same room with a murderer. Literally 2 days ago, a girl was at the laundromat doing her laundry, as one would do in the laundromat, and you see this guy walk into the laundromat on the camera. He notices the camera, looks shocked, walks in, another guy walks out. Now it's just him and the woman, and he stabbed her, I think like 47 times or something crazy. Not to mention the 3 or 4 stabbings that I heard about just last week. So you got a woman who was killed while she was on her walk at noon, middle of the day, stabbed. A woman who was eating some breakfast, man just walked up to her, stabbed her in the back. She ended up surviving. A woman who was found in the woods who was murdered by her boyfriend, and I think she was stabbed like 87 times or something like that. Guys, there was this TikTok, this girl was like, this is just a conspiracy that she has, but she feels valid because she was just like, the fact that there have been this many stabbings this close together, she was saying, I feel like there's some kind of incel red pill agreement right now where they are going on killing sprees. And I don't doubt that. I really, really don't. You know, those message boards are real. Them crazy cuckoos are real. And please know, you come up to me, you gonna get shot before you even get to pulling out your knife. That's how this works. You will get shot. So it's just like, I don't want to deal with all that. You know, I just don't want to deal with all that. I really, really don't. Okay, let me go out there and read this book. I'll see you when I get back. Pimp. Okay, I just came back from the grocery store. I bought kosher salt for the first time. I actually helped this older gentleman that was having a hard time seeing. And it made me think about this app that I saw called Be My Eyes, where basically you're someone else's eyes who has a sight impairment. And I just thought about like, maybe I should look into that. As a girl with glasses, I know how disoriented I'd be without my glasses. What I know to be true is that my eyesight's probably not gonna get any better, you know? I pray it doesn't get worse, but as you age, like, you feel me? And I know I'd appreciate it if somebody took the time out their day to help me see, you know? Okay, I'm not keeping this like this, obviously. It's just I have 30 minutes to get ready for this book club and I want to shower. So I'm gonna go do that. I had to get all my grocery stuff done today because this is the only day where it's not raining. Like, I don't know if the rest of the day is gonna be stormy and gross. So let me take advantage. And then tomorrow I'm spending as my off day. I'm gonna be hanging out at my good girlfriend's house. And then the next day I have an event to go to and dinner with my girlfriends. So yeah, today was the day. Okay, BRB. Sweet sesame slaw, avocado, plantain, bruschetta, olive tapenade, chicken, dollop of sour cream, feta, chips on the side. Bone! Okay, deja vu from last week, right? I was trying on all these outfits because I had an event last week and I didn't know what I wanted to wear. Same thing this week, but I'm not trying on a whole bunch of outfits. I just pulled this real quick because I wanted to see what it looked like. And I was like, I might as well show y'all too. But this is a cute outfit. I'm going to a sacred event and you know, they be doing like all white parties. And so I was thinking about doing this number. So this is a white bralette with this cream kind of boucle type skirt. Very cute. The tag is still on it, so excuse that. But it's very long. You can't see how long it is, but it's long. I would probably wear some mules with this, like a cute like sandal. Definitely need to wear a high heel though, for sure, because this is a long skirt. But anywho, just wanted to show you, I would wear it like really low, like this, you know, just giving straight. I need to do my sit-ups before I get there. But yeah, I'll probably do this. But it is supposed to be raining. And so that completely changes everything. Because it's just like, this is not a rainy, nasty day outfit. On top of the fact that I have dinner plans right after the event. So this also needs to work for my dinner plans. So I don't know. But this is a cute option. Girls, I just came back from a long, beautiful day with my good girlfriend, and we went to the thrift store, and I came up on the cutest YSL, cheetah, leopard, whatever you want to call them, pumps. Okay, the lighting's horrible, but how cute are those? Obsessed. Let's put them on the feet. Obsessed. Love them. Pony-haired pumps. They are so cute. I'm obsessed. And you know what's so funny? I actually saw these shoes around my birthday months ago. And I was like, I don't need them. That's not what I came in here for, so I'm not gonna get them. And so when I went back today and they were still in there, it was like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and get them. I thought they were so cute last time. They're still cute, still in beautiful, perfect condition. It's just like, fuck it. You can tell they're worn on the bottom, but nothing else about them shows any signs of wear. I could tell this person just didn't wear these shoes. So we love that. I also got 2 pairs of pants, one from a brand called Mousy. I think that's how you pronounce it, Mousy or Moosey. I'm pretty sure they have a store in New York. Like, I feel like I went into a physical store in New York. They have really good denim. These looked really good on me. Great pair of denim right here. Loved how they looked. They stop right at the ankle. It's definitely not a skinny jean, but it's like, you know, a tighter fit to the leg. So cute. Also, I'm committed to not buying any more saggy in the booty jeans. It's like I have enough jeans like that. So these are cute ass jeans that I will definitely wear throughout the summer. And then I got these cute trousers that just fit so cute on. It's like, you could tell more what they're doing when I try them on. Sorry, the lighting is so bad. Is it because this is right here? I don't know how to not get it to be. Anyway, when I try them on, you'll understand why they were purchased. I can understand why you don't get it now. Just shut up, girl, because you don't damn know. Never have, never will. But these are too good. Too good. Yeah, I like these. And it's just like a different color. You know, like I don't have a pair of pants this color. It's like teal green color. It's nice. I'm gonna make myself some cereal. Let's go to the kitchen. Ooh, this kitchen is a mess. So tomorrow, I'm going to that sacred event, which should be a good time. Here's the thing. The invite's like, we want you to wear a sacred chic. The fuck does that mean? Like, girl, I don't know. I ain't never been to a sacred event. So you're gonna have to give me a little bit more than that. You feel me? Damn. Why did that gurgle? I need to do one of them dishwasher washes where it's just nothing in here and it's just a good old cleanse. I'm due for one of those. I think I haven't done one of those in a month. So let me wash my hands. Anyway, yeah, they said sacred chic. So how I received that was just like something really cute. But also the other layer of that is that we know at the sacred parties that they throw that Beyonce be showing up to, they're always wearing all white. But I just feel like if it was a like color situation party, they would have made that blatantly clear. So I don't think we have to wear white, but I do think that they want us to look good as fuck. So I could definitely do the good as fuck part. Whoa, what the hell? This didn't get washed at all. Are these dirty? Oh, these are dirty. Oh, I didn't empty it out, but I started putting dirty things in. Is that what happened? Or did this just not get cleaned? Because that's crazy. I don't even remember what I ate out of this. This looks insane. No, I'm pretty sure this got ran. Like all this stuff is clean. Yuck. Now, you know what I really don't have any clue about is what I'm gonna do with my hair. It is so humid outside that the only right answer is putting my hair in a bun. That's it. And I think that's what I might do. Just a good old slicked bun. Let me eat and then we could talk. Cause I do want to talk about something. I watched Couples Therapy, this like most recent season. Girl, what I realized the most from watching that show is that we really have a mental health crisis on our hand. Like, it's something going on for real. Okay, I ate a little something. The dishwasher is being ran. I've tidied up a little bit. Please hold. Finally putting our flowers in a vase. Cute, cute, cute. Cutie. Let me put them on my vanity. Cute. I'll show y'all this in the morning. Too cute. Love it. You go, girl. Lovely. Just lovely. Fabulous. Flowers really juice up the place. But yeah, bitch, I was watching fucking Couples Therapy and there was not one moment of any episode where I was able to watch it for 10 minutes straight without needing to pause it and make comments about what it was that I was watching. I felt like every single person on there was cuckoo. Sorry. And it's like a different type of cuckoo too, because it's a cuckoo of like, you feel confident in your cuckoo. You've been validated in this cuckoo space. Like, you are feeding off of your own cuckoo, and it's scary. It was really, really scary. The couple with the man who got his autism diagnosis. I think he thinks he's in like a Nickelodeon episode or something. All that, like, I don't know. I just wanted to make you happy. Stop. Just go ahead and stop for me, please. And that's how I know I wouldn't be able to be a therapist and none of that, because I don't think I have that non-judgmental nature. I don't believe any of what you're doing. That's me. That's me. Like, that performance, that ain't gonna fly around here. I'm not trying to hear all that at all. And I need Miss Shay to check in with herself and ask herself, how the hell did I get myself in a situation where I'm being scammed, because that's what's going on, by this man who had been living with his mother up until he met me, then moved in with me. He very rarely has a job. I am paying for the both of us to survive. Now all of a sudden, he's gotten his autism diagnosis and he has shifted from the person I once knew to now being this person who, anytime they do something unsavory or do something that feels like betrayal or they violate me, they get to say, you know, I'm autistic. Bitch, you just found out you was autistic. Like, you don't get to use your diagnosis as this shield from accountability. Like, yuck. That's so dangerous and manipulative, and it's a sliding scope. Oh, that's another thing. I do think there was at least 3 or 4 people on there that I think is going to end up killing somebody. This is true. I gotta tell you something. At least 3, 4 that I think are gonna end up on the news for murder. Yep. And he's gonna be one of it. Well, actually, I believe they have transitioned. They are going by Maeve now. They are a trans woman now. Because Shay she's made some videos on TikTok. I was gonna say she makes TikTok content, but I don't think she does. She just has been sharing on TikTok like an update about her because people were interested. And she shared that information about her ex, that they have moved forward with their personal transition. And ultimately, what I think I took away mostly from this whole thing is that a lot of people just need to be single. You are not able to be responsible for another individual or their emotions or their needs, so just be single. Just be single. There were a few times, 2 couples stand out to me. The white couple with the white bald guy with the tattoo, and then the couple with the white man with the small ponytail and the biracial wife. The one who paid for platonic cuddling. There was a moment where she was sharing a very traumatic event that happened in her life. And Orna had asked, like, have you all talked about this? And he was like, not like this. Y'all have 3 kids. Y'all been together for at least 10 years and y'all have never discussed in detail this canon event that's happened in her life. Why are y'all in a relationship? How have y'all been in a relationship? That doesn't make sense to me. The white couple, they don't know how to communicate with each other at all. It's a constant, I'm talking over you. You know, I'm gonna choose not to understand. I'm more focused on my own point with the both of them. So it's just like, y'all, this is chaotic. This is just chaotic. Hold on. So they were completely throwing me off. Her husband sending this erratic, crazy, impulsive email to her mother without any consideration for how that would make her feel or how that might create another issue for their family. I'm just like, I can't be in any relationship, friendship, or romantic where the person who I'm in the relationship with is not considering me in their actions. That is not a healthy relationship. That's not a relationship at all. Mostly what I'm realizing about people is that people are codependent to routines and patterns, even if those patterns are unhealthy, okay? That makes me think about the lesbian couple and how codependent the one with the glasses was to her partner. Her partner was expressing she wanted space and needed space and has grown in certain areas. They've been together since they were kids, since they were 19, 20 something. Like they've been together since 2007, bitch. It's 2026. They are a great example of love isn't enough. And I've had to explain this to men before. I've ended a relationship for this very reason of like, yo, I know this man loves me with every fiber in his being, but I will not thrive in this environment. We are not growing, you know? And I don't feel like I can grow in this environment. And when you prioritize your growth and your personal evolution, you start to really think about the people who are around you and how they're affecting that. It's not like, because she kept saying stuff like, because she doesn't think I can elevate her, she doesn't want to be with me. Making it sound like this very vain, superficial, surface decision, which she did that a lot, like using what I would consider like very manipulative language, like creating this new narrative of what her partner's desires were based on or rooted in her own insecurities. Like, you don't know life without this individual. So them saying that they want to be apart from you not only scares you, but also you're questioning why they would even want that, because that's not something you want. Like, she can't even fathom life without this individual. She can't fathom a day without this individual. Like, she gets upset about her wanting to just do something else, you know, even in the day. And so it's just like, yeah, that's not an environment somebody's going to be able to survive in. And your lack of understanding around that makes me think you're cuckoo. I'm not Orna, so I don't have to try to tiptoe around stuff and say things a certain type of way. This bread not going bad after like 3 weeks, probably not a good sign. I won't be getting this again. It should be molded. But anyway, so boom. Now the other person in that relationship is not, you know, without faults as well. They are. And Orna called that out. And I like that about the show, is that nobody is perfect. You know what I mean? Nobody's in here doing everything right. Everyone has room to grow and to figure out how they have contributed to where the relationship is now. It's just crazy. There was not one couple that I was like, you know, I hope they work it out. Not one. I'm like, no, everybody needs to reset. Everybody needs to break up. For real. Because this is out of control. Woo. Oh, that's what I was gonna grab. Another part that was really disturbing was when the man was like, he asked ChatGPT if he did a good job. And I'm just like, ChatGPT? You talk about the ChatGPT that is built to validate you in any and all things? Like, girl, what? I'm scared. And the amount of people that use ChatGPT as a self-validating tool, it's more than we know, honestly. I can truly only imagine, like, whew, good God. So anyway, yeah, it was a hard watch, but I love that show. It's so like informative and really feeds my like love of learning about people and why we make certain decisions and how we operate and how we think. And I love that shit. How we problem solve. I find that so interesting. So interesting. Okay, so tomorrow is the sacred event. I think we're going all white outfit, just to be on the safe side. Would hate to get there and everybody's in all white. You feel me? Better safe than sorry. I have that option I showed you earlier. And I gotta look at my closet and see if I see another option. It would be like an outfit I put together, for real. Not like just like a one-stop shop. It would have to be something I pieced together. Do I feel like doing that shit? Fuck no. Like, of course not. But that might be the only option. But anywho, it's after midnight. I should go. I'll see y'all in the morning. Hey, good morning. It is 10:41. I'm eating breakfast. It's a record time. This is the start of a good day. For like the past few weeks, maybe longer, maybe months, I haven't eaten anything until afternoon time. My first meal would be like in the afternoon. So I'm trying to get better with eating in the morning. Today what I did was when I got up, I made my food even though I wasn't hungry. And I started to get hungry while the food was being made. So that's how I have to start doing it. I wait until I'm hungry, start cooking. That's a bad idea. That doesn't work. It definitely looks like it's gonna rain. I just hope it's not raining as soon as I leave the house. So the event starts at 5. I'm gonna start getting ready at like 3. Yeah. Everybody's talking about this Jackie Aina, Juvia's Place, Patrick Star, Painted by Esther situation. I'm sure some of y'all wanna know my opinion. And I have shared it already on Patreon and we've spoken about it briefly on TikTok. I just think it's a nuanced conversation or whatever. I know when people feel like they're experiencing consistent behavior from someone, they through with them. You know, you got one last straw with them and then you're done. And I think that's where a lot of people stand with Jackie. And I think that's bound to happen when you are that visible of a person online. You're not gonna please everybody. You're not gonna be able to keep everybody happy. I don't think her goal is to keep the audience that she started with. I don't think that that's realistic for someone who no longer, I think when you're a creator whose content looks different and has changed and is evolved to match your lifestyle, part of that is accepting that you're probably gonna lose some people who are watching you because you were relatable or because they saw themselves in you or your situation. And it's not just in her lifestyle and money, it's also in her circumstance, in her age, in the city she lived in the way she identifies herself, you know, being single, now being married. Like all these things can shift your audience. So I think her relationship to her own audience is, if you're here, cool. It's because you appreciate all that I am and all that I come with. And so then when we have these moments and she realizes that people are expecting things from her, have expectations from her, I think that that throws her because I don't think she has a loyalty to her audience anymore. Respectfully, I don't mean that as a shot. I just mean that as, I think for her, the audience is ever shifting. And so I don't feel like she's connected to her audience anymore. You feel me? I say that because, so to me, I don't think that she considers the ramifications of her choices, you know, sometimes. That sounds really strong, but like, I don't think she's always thinking about how people are gonna feel about what it is that she says or does. Because I think she's amassed such a large following. I don't think she can put a face to her following anymore. I don't think she's thinking about people individually who follow her. I think she's thinking about this audience that she can't see. All she sees is lights from the stage, and she doesn't know who she's talking to. She's kind of dehumanized the audience. Does that make sense? This is my opinion. Also, I don't follow Jackie. I never have followed Jackie. So I'm basing this judgment off of never, like, I don't know her content, you know? I'm gonna finish eating in a second. Give me a second. It's breakfast time. Wait a minute. Like, let me second. Well, that was delicious. Wait, am I too ugly to talk right now? Because my face is fully peeling right now. I haven't washed my face yet. Maybe I should do that. Let me wash my face. Please hold. Okay. Face is washed. Also, I kind of watched a little bit of the last to make sure my mic and stuff was on and working. Filming that while eating, the sound of me eating and talking, torture. Complete and utter torture. Sorry about that. It is what it is. Sorry about that. I'll be mindful of that. But yeah, girl, I think here's the bottom line of it all. Okay, so if you don't know what is going on, I'm gonna share with you what's going on. So boom, Patrick Todd released something called a transitional blush. Okay, sounds innocent enough, right? Wrong. What happened was he released this blush and accompanied it with a video of him doing a look. Now, while he's doing this look, he is explaining his technique. Nothing wrong with that, right? There is. That technique, oh, I got a crick in my neck. This just looks so cute. I love what I've done with my place. Hold on, sorry, I keep catching like a good angle of my place and it just looks so good and cute. Like, you go, girl, you really, really did that. Like, that's cute. That is too cute. Come on now. I gotta cut that leaf. It's a leaf over there that's yellow. That is not looking cute. Definitely fucking up the vibe. Okay, so anti-waves. So Patrick Ta caught himself using the technique of Painted by Esther, okay? And how we know this for sure, Painted by Esther put a video out, and she don't even do shit like this. And she said this multiple times in the videos, like, I do not do shit like this. I'm sick right now. I don't even want to make this video. However, what we're not gonna do is play with me, you know? And she was basically expressing like, listen, the look that you're doing is not one that I created. However, your technique to achieve said look is my thing. That is me. And I made a TikTok about how it's hard to try to call somebody out for copying you or, you know, being influenced by you when you did not originate the thing that they are copying. You feel what I'm saying? And so you're gonna be gaslit. You're going to be questioning yourself, second guessing yourself. But when you know, you know. You know when people are watching and you know who's watching, you know? I'm hyper aware of the people who watch me and take notes and then apply it and present themselves as everything that they've picked up from me. I've experienced that my entire life. And it's the silliest little things. It's not just like, oh, she's wearing a gray tank, so the next time I get online, I'm gonna wear a gray tank. No, it's like, it's the je ne sais quoi of me. It's my personality. And everybody has a personality, right? But everybody ain't got my personality. Everybody's not thinking my thoughts when I'm thinking them. And there is nothing coincidental about somebody having a thought exactly like mine within the same 48 hours and creating content on thoughts that I shared online just before. That happens more times than y'all can imagine. And I be peeping shit. And I don't say shit because it would make me sound crazy, you know? And so I get why it took so much out of Esther to do this and why she was so hesitant to do it. Because I'm sure this is not the first time that someone's played with her in this way. But the fact that he is selling a whole product and is about to go on this whole marketing tour to sell this product, she felt like she needed to stand up for herself. And I'm glad that she did. So everyone's talking about Patrick Ta and calling him out and then calling out some of the other ways that he has done Black women in the beauty industry dirty. And then comes Jackie Aina, and Jackie Aina puts a post up sharing the new products by Patrick Ta. And so I remember when I saw the video, because the video actually came up organically on my feed, and Jackie's posts don't come up organically on my feed for real. Only if and when she is inserting herself, and I'm saying that lightly, not like she shouldn't be a part of the conversation, but only if she is giving her opinion on a very highly spoken about topic, okay? I don't see videos of her like getting dressed or trying new makeup for real. So when I saw this, I was like, okay, I know why this is on my For You page, and it's because people are in these comments tearing her up. And when I opened up the comments, that's exactly what was going on. People are like, Jackie, what? Why are you supporting Patrick Ta when you know he stole from Painted by Esther? And I saw a comment that Jackie responded to, and she said that she had recorded that video before any of this drama happened. And basically, she's not beefing with Patrick, so she ain't got nothing to do with that. Let me take a sip. So I was like, ooh, I know that response is not going to go over well. Like, I'm knowing that. So next day, Jackie puts a video out and she's linked over saying, here's the thing, I'm never going to support Juvia's Place. I said, Juvia's Place? The fuck they got to do with the price of tea in China? So I said, oh, you know, I get to listening. And she's sharing why she's never going to fuck with Juvia's Place. And so I'm like, what does that have to do with Patrick Ta and them? So we gonna fast forward into information that we've received now. Information from people who were there in real time, their words, not mine, during this Juvia's Place and Jackie Aina battle royale. So apparently, and I've heard two different stories. One story was Jackie Aina and other YouTube beauty gurus, Jackie Aina and other beauty gurus during this, I think this is in like 2016 era, they had so much motion when it came to, you know, if they used a product and they loved it, that brand better be prepared hard to sell out and provide more and more of whatever that product was. Jackie Aina was moving products off the shelves. If she said something was good, everybody was buying it. And there were other YouTube girls similar to her. And so apparently, this is the one story I heard. Jackie Aina had used Juvia's Place and had organically shared Juvia's Place, but Juvia's Place never sent them PR. Juvia's Place responded to Jeffree Star's organic post about loving the product and sent him PR instead. This is the first story I heard. All this is alleged, by the way. So Jackie Aina makes organic content, doesn't get PR. Jeffree Star makes organic content, he gets the PR. So Jackie Aina gets on Twitter like, you don't support black women. How are you gonna send PR to Jeffree Star, who's a known racist, and not send it to black creators who are organically sharing your product? The owner of Juvia's Place logged into the Juvia's Place account on Twitter and started going back and forth with Jackie. She started saying very unsavorable things about Jackie Aina and personal things about Jackie Aina. Extremely unprofessional. Jackie Aina said, oh, this bitch is nuts, and I will never use her shit ever the fuck again. She's done. That's one story. The second story was Jackie Aina and another beauty guru were throwing shots at Juvia's Place because Juvia's Place was not sending them PR. And they felt like, who are they to not be sending us PR when we're the big dogs on YouTube? So because they weren't getting the PR, mind you, this is a story that I heard. I'm not saying this happened. I was not there. So because they weren't getting PR, they were kind of saying things that would make a consumer not want to shop with Juvia's Place. They were throwing little shots, little dig. I don't know how they were doing that, but this is just the other story, okay? I'm just telling you the other story. So this was happening so much that Juvia's Place actually sent a cease and desist to one of the beauty gurus who was involved, and I'm not going to name them because they're not a part of this larger conversation, so I don't want to throw them in here, but she was sent a cease and desist. She happens to have a twin, and the people at Juvia's Place accidentally sent a cease and desist to her sister, her twin sister, so it wasn't even sent to the right person. And apparently that twin posted it, like kind of making fun of them, like, y'all can't even send a cease and desist right. So then, child, what had happened was, mind you, this is the story. I'm just telling you the story I heard. I'm just repeating something now. You know, this is alleged stuff. So then, you know, there's all this behind the scenes stuff going on. So when Jeffree Star makes this video sharing, oh, I love Juvia's Place, I love Juvia's Place. Mind you, Jeffree Star does not have a good track record with the black audience. He's disgusting. Let's just call it what it is. And he knows when to do certain things to try to win over certain audiences. So him sharing Juvia's Place organically was not him just genuinely showing love for a black, you know, a black owned business. He was trying to win over black people again because he had shown his true colors. So Juvia's Place seen the organic post, and obviously they were getting all these orders because similarly to Jackie Aina, Jeffree Star has that same motion of just like, if he posts something, then we're talking about 2016. If he posted something, if he said something was great, everybody was running to go and get it. So that's what happened with the Juvia's Place organic post that he made. So Juvia's Place rewarded that post with sending him more product, you know, like, we're gonna show love because you did this for us. So that really ticked off Jackie Aina and another beauty guru, and they decided to get online and start sharing their feelings publicly about Juvia's Place and their lack of support from them, and calling them out for sending product to Jeffree Star. Now, this is where the story is the same as the first story, which is that Juvia's Place's owner got online and started rambling off about her personal feelings about Jackie Aina and how Jackie Aina was living her life, okay? So, again, spouting unsavory things about Jackie Aina, and in a very unprofessional way. So, in both those stories, to me, the thing that stands out, if I'm in Jackie's shoes, is this moment, this canon event moment where this brand owner got online and suggested something that would imply something about my character, okay? I don't want to repeat what she said. You can look it up online, child. So Jackie Aina took that personally, as most of us would, and she decided, I will never fuck with this brand or this brand owner ever again. And in that moment, I think her assumption was, y'all see how she just did me. Y'all are still gonna fuck with her. And mind you, a lot of people did stop fucking with Juvia's Place. There was a whole thing about it. Like, everybody wasn't Team Juvia's Place after that scenario. A lot of people stopped rocking with Juvia's Place after that. But it was a split situation where there were some people who were on Juvia's side. There were some people that was on Jackie's side. The owner's name is not Juvia. I'm just saying Juvia for short. Anti-ways. Fast forward to now, 10 years later, and Jackie still feels the same way. Jackie like me, child. If we beefing forever. Okay? So Jackie said, I'm never going to support Juvia's Place. And the reason why she brought up Juvia's Place is because, well, why did she bring up Juvia's Place? Now that I think about it. I mean, I can only assume she brought up Juvia's Place because Painted by Esther openly supports Juvia's Place and is friends with them. And, well, I don't know if they're friends, but has a relationship with them. Could be just a work relationship. But she has openly supported Juvia's Place and uses her products all the time. A lot of Painted by Esther's looks are done with Juvia's Place's palettes. Oh my God, that's all. Come on now, it's a hard sentence. But a lot of Painted by Esther's looks are done using Juvia's Place blushes. So Painted by Esther has done a lot for the brand, and in some ways has really made the brand pop out again and made the brand pop. Period again, because people want to get this look, this blush blindness look. So I think what Jackie Aina was saying without saying was, I'm not going to fuck with the friends of my ops, and I'm not going to allow you all to place that expectation on me to forget about what was done to me in an effort to support this person who's friends with my op. And that's where I don't think Jackie's wrong. I think Jackie has every right to decide, I'm not going to support this person or anybody that fucks with that person. She has that right. Do I think it's the smartest thing for her to do brand-wise? No, because it's got you on the wrong side of history. Nobody is siding with Patrick Ta. And it's not necessarily just about being on the right side of history, as it is about you doing the thing that you've based your brand off of, which is being a voice for Black women in the beauty space who have been undermined, overlooked, and treated unfairly. So in this moment, you had an opportunity to do that, and instead you did this. And I think the best thing she could have done was to do nothing. You didn't have to come out talking about, look at Patrick Ta's, Now, you don't need the money. He don't need your help. So there really wasn't a need for you to do this. If it was business and she agreed to do this before all this happened, I think that her response after the comments that she was receiving, she should have taken more time to think about it, because this is not being received well. It's not. People are not going to take the time to step outside and realize, okay, let's look at who we're dealing with. Somebody who has been online for over 10 years, making content consistently, top of her game consistently, been in drama consistently. She is probably exhausted. And the way that she goes about approaching these conversations, it's not going to be in this like carefully packaged way. She's just going to come on here and say something. And so her creator exhaustion paired with her lack of connection with her audience, now that it has become this thing that she has no more control over because she's such a big person online with so much visibility, I think is why there's a disconnect. And I don't think that it's coming from this insidious place. And I know people are putting that on her, but I don't think that it's coming from her trying to harm Esther. I think it's her attempt to stand up for herself and her own history with some of the people involved. Oh, and also this probably also is why she's bringing up Juvia's Place, because people were like, don't support Patrick Ta, support Juvia's Place. Because also people were saying Patrick Ta copied Juvia's Place's palette. That's what it was. Yup. That's what it was. Yeah. What am I getting up for? Oh, so yeah. I think people making content now like, oh, Jackie blocked me. Jackie Aina blocked me. She'll block you for nothing. I have thoughts on that. And let me tell you my thoughts on that. And this is just my perspective, and we all have different feelings on things. And, you know, so I'm not saying that mine is, you know, more right than the next person. It's just my perspective, and my perspective is rooted in my own bias. So, you know, take it for what it is. And where my bias exists, I'm a creator, I'm online, I'm a highly visible creator, not to that magnitude, but you know, to a degree. And I have experienced things that I can relate to with her. One being people masking comments as innocent when they are actually poking and prying. So one thing people love to bring up about Jackie is that Jackie was blocking them for them saying congratulations on your marriage. And they're like, that's so strange. Why would, and it does sound strange, like, why would somebody block you for congratulating them on their marriage? It sounds strange, you know, and to someone who's not familiar with Jackie, not familiar with her story, not familiar with any of it, they're gonna be like, what the fuck? That is a weird thing to do. Why would she block somebody for simply saying congratulations on her marriage? But let's be real. Jackie Aina did not talk about her marriage. Jackie Aina did not announce her marriage. Jackie Aina changed her last name, and she shared that she wanted to keep those things private. And instead of people respecting that and moving the fuck on and worrying about what blush or powder she was using, they started flooding comments with congratulations, congratulations, and seeing that it was making her feel a type way, and then still steadily doing it because they wanted her to know that they knew that she got married. That was the goal. It wasn't because they were actually wishing her congratulations, because you don't know this woman. So it really isn't necessary for you to go out of your way to wish her congratulations. She'll be okay without user 1299's congratulations on your marriage post. She'll be fine. The reason why people were posting that is because they knew she didn't want them to post that. So they kept posting it. Same way how she asked people to not call her auntie, and then people still calling her auntie and then get mad that she blocks them. And it's like, if you want to act like you don't know that she doesn't like that, then do that. But then don't be surprised when she does the thing she says she's gonna do, which is block you. Jackie Aina is not on the internet casually. Jackie Aina is on the internet because she works on the internet, and she's allowed to create the space that she wants. If she doesn't want people to bombard her with comments that she doesn't want to see, or to talk to her in a way she doesn't want to be spoken to, she has the right to create that boundary and to block people if necessary. And a lot of people have a hard time receiving that. And also, a lot of people feed off of backpacking off of somebody else's experience. Oh, Jackie blocked me. Now people saying Jackie blocked me, they ain't even blocked. They never even followed Jackie to begin with. They nothing, you know? So it's just like, the Jackie blocked me saga, that doesn't mean anything to me. And I wish people would think a little bit more about that and why people are getting blocked, instead of writing it off as Jackie being this erratic mad woman, because I don't think that that's fair. And this is part of Jackie's point, which is, I'm a black woman who was disrespected by somebody in the beauty space, and y'all had the opportunity to back me and y'all didn't. And now y'all are asking me to do that very thing, and that's not fair. And so I could see her point. I just don't think that she would be in this if she didn't post about Patrick, which again, she didn't need to post about Patrick. You posting about Patrick was poking the bear. And there had to be a part of her that knew that, you know, that this was not going to just, you know, fly under the radar. You are still a highly visible, highly influential person. And so you posting about any brand is going to make noise. And it just wasn't the smartest thing to do. But yeah, girl, that's what's going on with them. That's what's going on with them. And I'm just drinking my water out of a glass. Clink. I'm trying to get off the red Solo cups. I know that the red Solo cups are not the best for me to be drinking out of. So I'm trying to drink out of glass. Get back into drinking out of my glasses. I have lots of glasses. I will drink out of my glasses. Period. What am I going to do today? I've actually been going back and forth about going to the gym today. I just don't want to wear myself out, y'all. I don't want to go to the gym, do all that, and then be like, ooh, I need a nap, you know? Like, I don't want to do that. But that might be, wait, what? Oh, I need to email that lady. Okay, girls, I just got dressed. I'm still getting everything together, but this is what I decided to go with. This is a top that I got from Express. They were going on super sale. Express is always on super sale. They about to be one of them ones that's the vibe that it's given. Anywho, I got a knock on my door. This just came in the mail from L'Oreal. And I opened it because I saw it says L'Oreal on the box. So I was like, ooh, let me see if this is something that I can use right now. And it is. It's a setting spray. Perfect. Because I'm actually looking for a new setting spray. Fabulous. 3-second setting mist. I'm specifically looking for a mattifying setting spray, but that's fine. I'll spray it on. Wish me luck. Hold on. Here goes nothing. And this better work. Do not mess my stuff up. I'm gonna be pissed. I just did my forehead. Whew, that's hairspray. That's hairspray. Oh, good God. That's like hairspray for the face, for real. Okay, didn't smell too bad. Let me put on jewelry. Also, it of course just started downpouring outside. So, yay! No, that's what I wanted to happen. Are you kidding me? That's my favorite part. And I'm wearing a long ass skirt. So let me just finish putting on my look. I'll be right back. Y'all, it is fully storming. Like I can barely see out my window, raining, like big time. Okay, full outfit. Let me show you, hold on. You hear that? Like in any other situation, I wouldn't be taking this purse. I'm gonna wear it like this. But in any other situation, I wouldn't be taking this purse because this is not the purse that I'll be taking. Although it's not like throwing things off. I actually think it looks good. How do I get you to see my full body? Let's try to do it like this. Okay, shoes. I'm wearing these Diacori mules, which you really won't be able to see because the skirt is so long. Like you see how long the skirt is. I'm gonna have to like hold it up a little bit. But this is the look. And yeah, this weather is so bad. Like so bad. I really don't even, like if it were up to me, the only reason why I'm really like, okay, I'm gonna do this is because I'm going to dinner with my homegirls anyway. So I do have to leave the house. I did have to get dressed. Like all that was gonna have to happen anyway, but whew, it is ugly, like really bad. Okay, let me show you my ear jewelry. We've got this on this side and then we've got this on this side. Cute, right? Love it. Also, I was trying to like get my hair to like be up in like a cute like Grecian situation, but it just wasn't working because whenever you use your hand to put it up, that's never the vibe when you use an actual hair tie. Like a hair tie never works to actually get your hair to look like what it looked like with your hand. So just going down and it'll swell up while we're outside because it's like, let me put the microphone outside so you can hear it for real. I don't even know if that gave the whole vibe, but it's like windy rain too, like storming and windy. So even when you do have an umbrella, it's like you're still gonna be getting wet because it's windy as shit. So yay! Also, our dinner reservations are outside. Woohoo! Girls, whew. Girls. You know one thing I don't do, or like, let me not say I don't do, but like if I'm not in the mood, I'm not doing it. Hold on, I need to take a bite. Oh yeah, baby. I should have shown you me before I left because now my hair is so poofed up because of the humidity outside. But my twist out looked so good earlier. It still looks good, it's just fluffy. But girl, so I've been without eggs for 2 weeks. So I was like, okay, I'm getting some eggs this week. So I went to go get some eggs. And y'all know I'm getting them from the market now. I'm not buying them from the store because when I found out that my $10 for them pasture-raised eggs at Whole Foods was actually $10 towards some genetically modified bullshit, even though all the packaging says that it's organic and free range and pasture-raised and all that bullshit. When those eggs were tested, they had chemicals and shit in them or something. Girl, please. So I went ahead and moved on from them. And now I'm buying eggs from the farmer's market or whatever. So I went to go and do that. Ow, I banged my leg yesterday. I hope that doesn't leave a mark. I hate when my legs look all marked up, but I got 3 marks right now. Anyway, so I go up to the egg man and I said, hi, do you have any eggs left? No, I said, hi, do you have any small eggs left? And he was like, and so I was like, okay, you don't have any? He was like, I sold out of all the eggs. I said, okay, no problem. And I'm about to walk off. He was like, you can say hi. Bitch, I said hi when I walked up. And I mean bitch lightly, but I just mean bitch and just bitch. What am I in a different world where what I said wasn't what I said? But the thing is, the reason why he said that is because I did not react to his theatrics. And I hate when niggas do this, like, or just people in general. Like, if I'm not in the mood to play, then I'm not in the mood to play. Sometimes I'll play, you know, and I'll be like, don't tell me you don't have any left. You know, that would have been a day if I felt like I was in the mood for that. I had things to do. I had places to go. I had people to see. So like, I don't have time to do that back and forth. So when he was like, him talking about something, you can say hi. Like, he checking me, like, just because he don't have any eggs, I can't even say hi. Bitch, that's the first thing I said when I walked into this motherfucker. Like, you be quiet. So, no eggs again. So I'm gonna have to get crafty. Ew. 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 Ew, 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 ew. Party's over.
Oh my God.
Lunch.
You look beautiful.
Snack. And this is so fucking good. Avocado with the olive tapenade and some feta. Whew, yum. I can't remember if I showed y'all this snack, but yum. Avocado, olive tapenade, feta. Yum. This is actually my breakfast. Bon ah. Okay. I just brushed my teeth, so excuse the toothpaste. It is time to do my skincare. I'm gonna twist my hair up to go to sleep. We back in that mode. Before I do that, let's just enjoy this beautiful wash and go. Looks great, if I do say so myself. Also feels great. It's really soft and fluffy. But I'm gonna just twist this hair up. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I have an appointment with the dermatologist this week, and I'm mostly going for my scalp. Years ago, I went to a dermatologist for my scalp and also for the skin on my face. And that's when I found out that I had mild scalp psoriasis. And so I want her to look at my scalp again, because every now and again I do have symptoms of that. And so I'm gonna see if I could get me a little scalp oil or a specific shampoo. This don't feel right enough. But yeah, a little scalp oil, a little scalp shampoo. That's what I got last time. And when I went and got my hair done by Mo, she had suggested, when I had told her some of the stuff going on my scalp, she had said like, yeah, you probably just need a higher dose of the ketoconazole, because Nizoral, which is the over-the-counter shampoo that I currently use, not every time I wash my hair, but sometimes, it has 1% ketoconazole, 1% or 0.5, one of those. And she was like, you probably just need a little bit more. So that's what I'm gonna look into. But I haven't been to a dermatologist since, that had to be like 2016, so 10 years ago. So I'm excited. We'll also see if she has any suggestions for my skin on my face. Although I'm not really like having any problems with my face, like, thank God, in Jesus' name. My skin has been doing really well, and I don't want to, I know a lot of people talk about tretinoin, but it's just like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type situation. I don't want to go putting something on my face that my face isn't asking for. My face isn't like, oh, we need something stronger or we need more of something. It's just, nah, it's cool. And I don't be looking for a quick fix to blemishes, because I know blemishes lightening, it just takes the skin healing, you know what I mean, and the skin turning over. And I don't want to rush through that process. That's how you end up with a fucked up skin barrier. And I would never put anything like a skin bleaching situation on my face. So I don't mind that taking time. I think really what I would need to do for my skin would need to be done with an esthetician, you know, getting my chemical peels, getting my micro needling, shit like that. But we gonna see. I'm gonna let her look at my face, see what she talking about. And it's a black dermatologist too. So if I have a good experience with her, I'll share where I went. If not, prepare for me to talk some shit. Hell yeah. Oh girl, Jay-Z did his Roots picnic and he popped out with a new little hairdo. I said, go Jay-Z, go Jay-Z. I was not mad at it. It was shocking. I was like, whoa, when I first saw it, cause girl, who is this? What the, how the, when the, like, so I was definitely a little shocked, but I was also really impressed that they were able to comb his locks out and he still have, you know, a great amount of hair on his head. I also think that it's a flex for somebody his age to even have that much hair on his head. You know what I mean? People who like, I've seen posts that are like, oh, those locks are definitely a wig. Cause how did it? I can't have a conversation with you. I just can't. And like, I'm not talking about the people who say it as a joke. I'm talking about the people who be dead ass serious. Like really saying this man had a wig on. I can't have a conversation with that. Like, I'm sorry. Have fun. Like, do your thing. I'm gonna go this way. This week was low-key kind of quiet. And that was mostly due to the weather. The weather was horrible. And I think, let me see. Ooh, it's the 1st. Goddamn. Yeah, we have a few more days of rain before we get a break. I'm definitely gonna straighten my hair this week. Okay. Woo! So I'm gonna put a little bit of Mo's Repair and Replenish oil. Really focusing it on the ends. I am on a journey of growing my hair out. Even though I did just get this cut, I am gonna grow it out again, back to the length I had it at. And I don't mind it at this length. I definitely want to grow it out to where I'll have like a blunt cut, but long. I could just go and get it blunt cut right now, but I don't want it to be as short as the shortest part of my hair. So I'm just gonna let the front part grow out some, the front, and like there's some other pieces that are kind of short. So if you are also on a journey to growing your hair, so I know people ask me like, what do you do for your hair in regards to growth? Like, what are you doing? Do everything that I'm doing right now, everything that you see me doing every week. I wash every week. I'm deep conditioning every week. Low maintenance, and doing shit like this, you know what I mean? At night. Kind of stepping away from letting my hair just exist in itself when it's in its wash and go state at night, because I think that led to unnecessary tangling. Tangling leads to fairy knots. Fairy knots leads to breakage. Breakage leads to split ends. Split ends lead to hair shedding and hair loss. So in order to like end that cycle, I'm doing things to keep my hair from tangling up against itself. So that is what we're doing with this. Let me put the scarf on. When I wash my hair, I put on a fresh scarf. I don't put on the scarf that I was wearing before I wash my hair. Okay, and that's it. Well, dolls, we have made it to the end of the vlog. I'm currently editing. I've been editing all day just so then tomorrow's not a shit show. So yeah, that's what I'm on. It's currently 12:47. I'll probably edit for like another hour or so. I have 2 more episodes left of Nemesis. It's like, I get what people saying like, oh, the last few episodes kind of tie you in. There will be no spoilers, by the way. I'm not going to spoil anything. But yeah, I can see it. Like the episodes start like ending on these cliffhangers. They should have did that from the jump, number 1. And number 2, little things that piss me off about the show. I'm going to start right now. Everything. These last couple of episodes, the son has had more screen time. And he's one of those actors that gives his character a stutter. So every sentence is, I just thought that he said that, what, you know that I just didn't think that, well, you did it. Like that type of shit. It's just like, bruh, unless your character is supposed to have a speech impediment, get it together. I just thought that, Dad, I'm just doing what I did. Like, I hate that style of acting. Sorry. The guy playing, what's his name? Coltrane? Elon is his real name. Daniel from Insecure. His like Bond. James Bond. Like, oh my God, girl, this is not that. You know that, right? It's like he's playing a character he's already seen been played instead of making the character its own character. It's like he's playing a version of this type of person that he's already seen someone play, i.e. Ghost from Power, mixed with, you know, a little Idris Elba type of, you know? Now y'all know I'm overly critical about television, so you'll have to excuse me. But it's the truth. And then the main character, I forget what his name is, but he's on Abbott Elementary. I've seen this conversation already online about him being improperly casted for this role. And it's like, I think he can play this role. I just think that some of his choices have been, sometimes I think, the level or the tempo kind of throws it off. But I think he plays a good, like he gives me this person. He could play this person. I just think sometimes the way he delivers the lines, you know, I'm tired of hearing, I know it's him. You know, like, come on, enough. Every episode, the wife is always surprised, like, what? Wait, you're not going to your son's game? Bitch, did he go to the last 4 games? Sick of you. Leave him. He sucks. So, yeah. I'm on like the last half of the second to last episode. So no spoilers, because by the time you're watching this, I may not have seen it yet, because I be needing to take a break. This is why I like watching shows that I already know, because new shows give me anxiety. Like, I be watching like this sometimes because I hate surprises. Hate a surprise. Hate something to pop out. Hate something to happen that, you know what I mean? I don't want to happen. So I'll be closing my eyes right on up, dude. Let me see if I even want this. It's a record time. I haven't eaten anything. Okay, I'll allow it. Notice I used the mic the whole vlog, and I'm actually really irritated because when I was editing the vlog, I realized there's a portion where the mic either wasn't connected, it wasn't turned on, whatever, user error for sure. And it's when I came back from the goddamn Michael Jackson movie, bitch. So I'm gonna have to do a voiceover. And I'm so annoyed because I was having a ball. I wish y'all could have heard it. But yeah, I wish I could have heard how I felt about the film, but I'm sure I've handled that already and I did a voiceover, so we'll just move forward, y'all. But what else? I don't want to make this mad long because I'm ready to just wrap this up. So thank y'all so much for watching. Happy first vlog of the month. The rest of the vlogs will be on Patreon, as you know, and I will see y'all for another video on Monday here on YouTube. It's either going to be skincare or something else that's a little special. Anywho, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.